Welcome back to Crypto in 60, your daily crypto bite. I am glad you are here because today the market is absolutely on fire and we have 6 massive stories to break down. Bitcoin is testing a critical resistance level and we are watching it closely. Goldman Sachs has just been confirmed as a holder of Solana ETFs, with total AUM crossing $1 billion. Ethereum is quietly staging a bull run that most traders are completely missing. Bitcoin ETF flows are reshaping market structure in ways that could change everything. AI is accelerating crypto founder velocity and rewriting the entire capital stack. And Aave governance spending is putting long-term revenue generation front and center. These are the stories that matter today. Let's dive into our first story. Bitcoin is pushing higher today, trading just above $74,000, and the broader crypto market is holding on to its gains. Analysts are watching a key resistance zone closely, and whether Bitcoin can break through cleanly will determine the next directional move. Ethereum is leading altcoin performance with a gain of nearly 9%, while Solana and BNB are also showing strong momentum. The overall market structure looks constructive, with buyers stepping in on dips and risk appetite returning after weeks of uncertainty. Institutional flows continue to support the demand side, even as macro headwinds remain present. This is a pivotal moment for the market. If Bitcoin can hold above current levels and push through resistance with volume, the path toward higher prices becomes much more credible. Traders and investors alike are watching every candle. Up next, this is a huge one. Solana ETF assets under management have officially crossed $1 billion, and Goldman Sachs has been confirmed as a holder. Let that sink in. One of the most powerful financial institutions on the planet is now exposed to Solana through an ETF product. Solana itself is holding above $84 and pushing higher today, trading around $85.78, up over 4.5%. The confirmation of Goldman Sachs as a holder signals a major legitimization moment for Solana as an institutional asset class. This is not just retail enthusiasm. This is Wall Street placing a real bet on the Solana ecosystem. With ETF AUM now past the $1 billion mark, the infrastructure for deeper institutional participation is clearly taking shape. Solana bulls have every reason to feel validated today. Up next, Ethereum is up nearly 9% today, making it the top performer among major assets. And analysts are arguing that most traders have been completely sleeping on this one. While attention has been focused on Bitcoin and meme coins, Ethereum's underlying network fundamentals have been quietly strengthening. Transaction activity, developer deployments, and Layer 2 adoption have all been trending upward, even as the price dipped in recent weeks. This is exactly the kind of divergence that precedes a significant repricing. The thesis here is straightforward. When network growth runs ahead of price, price eventually catches up. Ethereum trading around $2,370 today, after being significantly lower in recent sessions, suggests that catch-up may already be starting. If you have been ignoring Ethereum while chasing other narratives, this analysis is a direct wake-up call. Up next, Bitcoin ETFs are not just a product anymore. They are fundamentally changing how Bitcoin trades. According to this analysis, consistent ETF inflows are altering market microstructure by concentrating demand in regulated venues and reducing the influence of leveraged futures traders. This creates a more stable, less volatile demand base over time. Liquidity is also being reshaped, with tighter spreads and deeper order books emerging around ETF-linked price levels. For long-term holders, this is genuinely good news. It means Bitcoin's price action is increasingly driven by real capital allocation decisions, rather than speculative leverage. The analysis also notes that as ETF assets grow, even small portfolio allocation shifts by large institutions can have outsized effects on Bitcoin's price. The structural shift is real, and it is accelerating. Up next, here is a story that goes beyond price charts. A new analysis argues that artificial intelligence is fundamentally changing how crypto startups are built and funded. Founders are now able to move from idea to working product far faster than before, thanks to AI coding tools, automated auditing, and AI-driven go-to-market strategies. This is compressing the traditional venture capital timeline and forcing investors to rethink how they evaluate early-stage crypto projects. The result is a rewriting of crypto's capital stack. Seed rounds are happening faster, valuations are being set earlier, and the bar for technical execution has been dramatically lowered. More founders can now compete with fewer resources. The analysis suggests this trend will intensify through the rest of the decade, making the crypto venture landscape more competitive and more innovative simultaneously. A fascinating structural shift to watch. Up next, Aave, one of DeFi's most established lending protocols, is now facing a governance debate about how it spends its treasury and whether current expenditure levels are sustainable without a clear path to long-term revenue generation. The analysis highlights growing concern among token holders that governance, approved spending, is outpacing the protocol's actual income. This is not a new tension in DeFi, but it is an important one. Protocols that burn through treasuries during bear markets without building durable revenue streams often struggle to survive. The discussion around Aave is being seen as a broader signal for the DeFi sector. Investors and governance participants are increasingly demanding accountability and financial discipline from on-chain organizations. Aave has the brand, the liquidity, and the user base to adapt. But the pressure is on for leadership to present a credible, long-term revenue strategy. And that is a wrap on today's biggest stories in crypto. From Bitcoin testing critical resistance and Goldman Sachs stepping into Solana ETFs, to Ethereum's quietly powerful network growth, ETF flows reshaping Bitcoin's market structure, AI disrupting how crypto startups are built, and Aave facing hard questions about financial sustainability, it has been a packed day. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. If you found this valuable, hit that like button, share it with a fellow crypto enthusiast, and make sure you subscribe to Crypto in 60 for your daily crypto bite. We will see you tomorrow.